In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to get sponsored as an amateur disc golf player. And I'm not talking about these guys. I'm talking about these guys. Let's get into it. In 2020, I started playing disc golf a lot. I played as often as I could because of COVID, just something to do outside. And watching the pros play in person and on coverage, I knew I was nowhere near their level. And furthermore, I have really bad knees, so the prospects of me becoming a sponsored pro just kind of plummeted. But I'm going to tell you how to do it and still be moderately okay to bad at disc golf. And here's how. Social media. I knew that I couldn't throw frisbees as good as some of the pros, but one thing I did know that I could do is I could post on Instagram. One day I posted this video. I went outside. It took me like 15 minutes to record. I had a camera and a tripod, and I flipped 2 discs and cut it together. This was like the first short that I made, and I got like 10,000 views. I was like, what just happened? And so it kind of was the start of my social media posting. I knew my way around cameras and at a bare minimum, like resolutions for phones and for viewing and stuff like that. And that's enough. You don't even need to know that. You don't have to have a camera. You don't have to have like lights, microphones. Starting out, all you need is literally a phone. The biggest thing is just making the first post. After that, you can start learning and growing from the different things that you've done and did poorly. Like, it's easier to go once you make that first post. Second point about social media is consistency. You don't have to have the most creative ideas, or you don't have to be the most entertaining. One of the bigger things for growing an audience on social media is consistency. Posting, whether it's 3 reels once a week or 1 long form video once a week, it beats posting sporadically and at different times, because once you start to build an audience, they have an expectation of when these videos come out. All that to say, it's kind of a grind. Like, it's a different grind than being a professional disc golfer, but anyone can do this. You don't have to be athletic. You don't have to be creative. You don't have to be funny. The second thing that I did to become a sponsored player was to know my audience. So starting out, I made a bunch of different ones for different companies, and it was stuff that I had in my garage or stuff that I thought was cool, so I just posted about it, and some of it got some traction. Hey, Brody. I thought that was so funny. I'm sure that the people that looked at that comment, they're like, this guy's weird. I just started making content for companies that I liked. Eventually, I was like, man, Discmania, they're like really good at the marketing side of things. Whether or not you like their plastic, you have to agree that they're pretty good at hyping stuff up. From the originals reinvented, like that whole campaign, all the way up until the latest mystery boxes. Like, they know how to market plastic, and that's a company that I wanted to be a part of. So I started buying Discmania plastic. I did a PD review as one of the first videos that did okay on my channel. I actually got connected with Caleb, and we did a Cloudbreaker video. Our first video and our most viewed video is we got to announce the Razor Claw 3, which was super dope. There were a lot of people in the comments that were upset by that, but know your audience. If you want to work for a company that, if you have a specific brand that you really like, make videos of you throwing that brand. The other thing about this is there's this thing called sweat equity that I've learned a ton about this past year, and it's essentially putting in a bunch of work to build a portfolio or build up what you're working on. So in videos, sweat equity is doing a bunch of free videos for a realtor or a business to build your portfolio, so then people can see that and they're like, oh, this is what you have to offer. This is your work. Because a disc golf company, if you apply to be on their team and you don't have any sort of, if you've never played a tournament, if you've never made a video about disc golf and you apply to be on their media team or whatever, there's no chance that they're going to sponsor you. You have to put in that sweat equity of putting out some consistent videos so they can see oh, this guy consistently posts here. He's invested in disc golf. He wants to further disc golf, and he wants to throw our plastic. And then this leads me to my third point. Be yourself. I think so often in content creation, in life in general, people try to be someone they're not. And it's so hard to watch. Well, like, I think you can see through it when I'm not acting myself. Early on, when we first started playing, a huge spark for me to start doing this was Foundation Disc Golf. And I honestly did everything in my power to be Foundation Disc Golf. There's some stuff that we still use from them that, like, they have great ideas, but like down to the personality, to the editing style, like, I just wanted to be Foundation Disc Golf. And the reality is I'm not Foundation Disc Golf. As a content creator, as an individual, don't be afraid to be yourself on camera. I suck at disc golf, but I have fun with it. And you guys know that. Like, I just embrace that. I don't care if I look bad on camera. I do it because it's fun and I enjoy making content for you guys. But if there's one thing you hear today, if you're not going to be a social or a content creator or a social media, if you don't want to be a sponsored sports player, whatever, be yourself. You were created to be you. You weren't created to be somebody else. And so my encouragement to you today is to be yourself. Answer this for me. Do you have one friend? Do you have somebody that likes you in life? Whether it's a mom, a dad, I don't know. If there's anybody that likes you, that means that there's more people out there that have phones, that scroll, that watch YouTube, that would also like you. Stop trying to be somebody else. I know I fall into it all the time, and it's just draining. Like, it's not fun. It's not how we were created to be. We're supposed to be ourselves. And sometimes that's harder than just saying that, I know, because I still struggle with it, but be yourself. So yes, I suck at disc golf, but I did get sponsored by one of the higher brands in disc golf by being myself. And so that's the most important part, is be yourself on camera. It's going to take some work still. It's not the easiest thing to do in life. If it's important and it's a priority to you, make it happen. Like, get out, take that video, send a video to us. If you make one because of this video, send it to us. I want to see it. And if you want feedback, we can get feedback. Obviously, we're still learning, so I love feedback. Like, even if it's hate comments, there's something in those that I can glean to make me better as a content creator, as a disc golfer. Sometimes I cry at home and my wife has to hold me as I'm curdled into a ball. But all that to say, go out and make some videos. Like, people, if they don't watch it, they don't watch it. Last thing, we have a giveaway for the Mind Stone from this video. So, this comment won the Mind Stone. If you want to be a part of more giveaways for Vlogmas, we have a huge giveaway going. Every challenge that we do, we donate a disc to the challenge, and then at the end of it, if we get to 3,000 subscribers, which I know that's a reach, but if you're watching this and you're like, oh, hey, I think I'm subscribed, just check. If you are subscribed, thank you. If you're not and you just subscribed, thank you. And if you don't, that's fine too. I think that's all that I have. Stay Reliant, baby.